Okay, my dear students. So last thing you know that we have started with the energetics and we have done some of the enthalpy changes, lattice enthalpy, enthalpy change of formation, ionization energy, electron affinity, okay, and enthalpy change of atomization. So all these enthalpy changes we had done. So today, my dear students, we are going to start with the Born-Haber cycle. It looks like very complex, but it's not complex. If you see the basis of all these things, that is very simple. Okay, so we will draw the Born-Haber cycle and then we will discuss different past paper questions with reference to that. Okay, so let's start, my dear. We are going to start with the first Born-Haber cycle. So this is the first Born-Haber. Yes, first Born-Haber cycle. Okay. Okay, what is the first Born-Haber cycle? First of all, my dear students, let's suppose we got a compound. Let's suppose we got magnesium oxide. Okay, so this is the ionic compound. If you want to find out its lattice enthalpy, okay, so there is no direct way to find out the lattice enthalpy. Lattice enthalpy, I told you, what is the lattice enthalpy? 1 mole of ionic compound is formed from its oppositely charged gaseous ions. Okay, so there is no direct way to find out the enthalpy change, lattice enthalpy of magnesium oxide or any ionic compound. Okay, so there are some cycles, okay, which are based on the Hess law. Okay, Hess law, you know that it's a cycle. Okay, so we use these Hess laws to form the Born-Haber cycle. Okay, and by that we can find out the lattice enthalpy. Okay, so there are some values which are given in the question like that. Okay, some values are given in the question and some values we have to take them from the data booklet. In your papers, data booklet is not present. They will provide you the value directly in the question of the data booklet. Okay, but as we have to do the previous past paper questions as well, so that is why, my dear, you have to consult the data booklet as well. Okay, so please everybody keep a data booklet with you all the time. Okay, so let's start with the magnesium oxide. So everybody should be focused up here. It look like complex. It look like complex, but it's very simple. Okay, if you know the basis, then you can easily draw it. First of all, magnesium oxide. You should write down the magnesium oxide up here. Magnesium oxide, it's a solid. Okay, you should write it at the base like that and put a line up here. Now, what should you do? First of all, you should make its formation. Formation means, I told you, what is the formation? Enthalpy change of formation. 1 mole of a compound is formed from its constituent elements. So this magnesium oxide is made up of 2 elements. The first element, that is magnesium. Magnesium is solid. Okay, it's a metal. Then we got the oxygen. Oxygen exists in O2 form. Okay, gaseous form. We have to balance it out. Magnesium is 1, magnesium is 1. Oxygen is 1 up here, but we got 2. So here we put the half. Okay, so this is, my dear students, the enthalpy change of formation. Okay, and normally its value is given in the question. Here I am going to write down Qg. The word Qg represents, Qg means question given value. Okay, and dB means data booklet. So these 2 terms I am going to write up here. Okay, so this is very simple. First of all, take the compound, write it at the bottom of your paper. Okay, and make the formation of it and put the lines like that. This is the formation. Okay, now, my dear students, if you look up here, Everybody just listen. You got the two different elements. Okay? So this is metal and this is non-metal. Now what you are supposed to do, you should change these two things into gaseous ions. Okay? Gaseous ions. To change an element into the gaseous ion, you have to do the two processes. What the first process? You have to do the atomization. This is solid. First of all, make it as gaseous form, and then this is the metal. Metal has the tendency to lose electron. It has got the ionization energy. So magnesium has got the charge maximum +2. So +2 means it has the two ionization energy values, and the ionization energy values, they are present in the data. Okay, so let's start. First of all, we take this element, not this one, first of all, this element. So we make an arrow upward. These arrow upward shows that it is the endothermic process. The downward arrow shows it's the exothermic process. Okay, so first of all, we should change this magnesium solid into magnesium gas like that, and write this thing as it is. Half O2, that is as it is. Did you get it? Okay, now put a line up here. This is actually the delta H of atomization of magnesium. Okay, and I told you this is the metal, the atomization of the metal that is always given in the question. Okay, so this is the question given value. Question given. Okay, so these two values still they are present in the question. You do not have to search them from the data booklet. Okay, now this magnesium has got +2 charge. It's not necessary that everything got the +2 charge. Maybe we got the sodium. Sodium has got +1 charge. Maybe up here we got aluminium. Aluminium got +3 charge. Okay, so change this one magnesium into magnesium +2. Okay, gaseous form, and write this thing as it is, half O2, gaseous form. So put a line up here, and this is the sum of first ionization energy plus second ionization energy. Okay, this is the sum of first and second ionization energies, and these values you have to calculate from the data. Did you get it?
The first और second मैग्नीशियम की आयोनाइजेशन एनर्जी
हर एक चीज की बेटा, किसी भी चीज की जो आयोनाइजेशन एनर्जी की वैल्यूज है ना, वो डाटा बुकलेट में नॉर्मली प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में गिवन होती है। आपको मैं पेपर में दे देंगे, आपको कई दफा इक्वेशन की फॉर्म में भी दे देता है। मसलन ये देखें, ये इस तरह करके, ये देखें मैग्नीशियम है ना, इस तरह की इक्वेशन बनी होगी। ये देखें Mg गैसियस फॉर्म, ठीक है जी। इस तरह भी लिख सकते हैं, माइनस इलेक्ट्रॉन is going to form Mg +1 gaseous form. इस तरह भी लिखा हो सकता है Mg gaseous form, Mg +1 plus electron. तो दोनों तरीकों से लिखा हो सकता है। So this one is the first ionization energy, यानी इसकी जो वैल्यू लिखी होगी वो फर्स्ट होगी। और अगर Mg +1 minus electron is going to form Mg +2 gaseous लिखा होना चाहिए। यहां इस तरह भी लिख सकते हैं Mg +1 gaseous form, Mg +2 plus electron. So this thing shows the second ionization energy. तो कई दफा पेपर में he give you the equations like that, and from those equations you can recognize that this is the first and this is the second ionization. Sometimes the values you just open up the data booklet and see where the magnesium is present, its first and second ionization energy is written. But now the recent papers, he did not give you directly the value that the first ionization energy of magnesium. He gave you these kind of the equation, and student they get confused. यार ये पता नहीं ये क्या चीज है. So this equation shows this one or this one. You can write the same equation like that. Okay, so this is the first ionization. Whatever the delta H is given, this is the first ionization, and this is the second ionization. Did you get it, Fatma? Yeah, beta. Did you get it?
So why don't we
Yes,
find
sir.
the electron affinity of oxygen?
Sorry, Fatma, say again.
Well, do we use the electron affinity of oxygen?
Yeah, we have to use it, my dear. Just give me a moment. We are only first doing the magnesium, which is a metal. So metal has the ionization energy. Now we will take this element and do its atomization and then electron affinity. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? Because metal has the ionization energy. Non-metal has the electron affinity, Padma.
Yes, sir.
Okay, my dear, now what we have to do, this thing is changed into gaseous ion. If you look, magnesium solid changed into magnesium ion. Now this whole thing look very complex still, but it is becoming more complex. Don't worry about it. Now you should write this thing as it is, Mg plus 2 gaseous form, okay, and plus do its atomization. So O gaseous form. So 1 mole of gaseous atom is formed from its element. Okay, so this is the enthalpy change of atomization of oxygen. And I told you in the notes that the non-metals atomization is always taken from the data booklet from the bond energy values. Let's suppose O double bond O, its bond energy is 496. So here we got half O2. So we write half up here. So this one would become 248. So we write the value 248 up. Did you get it? So atomization of the non-metals should be calculated by the bond energy values. Okay. Now, idea, this is the non-metal. Non-metal has the tendency to gain electron, and gain of electron, that is electron affinity. The first electron affinity, yesterday I told you, it is always, come on, exothermic. Exothermic means that this thing will come down. This graph will come down like that. It is exothermic. So you should write this thing as it is, Mg plus 2 gaseous form and O negative 1 gaseous form. So this is the first electron affinity. And its value that is always given in the question. Electron affinity values are given in the question. Okay? Or they could be given in the form of equations like that. Let's suppose O gaseous form, gain electron to form O minus 1 gaseous form. So this is called electron affinity. Okay, or O minus 1 gaseous form plus one more electron to form O minus 2 gaseous form. So this is the second electron affinity. Okay, so equations could be written. There are the chances. Okay, anyways. The second electron affinity is endothermic. So we take the arrow upward like that. Now, write down this one as it is, Mg plus 2 gaseous form and this O negative 2 gaseous form. Okay? Now, if you look up here, this is the second electron affinity. Sometimes both of the electron affinities, he just combine them and change this one O minus 2. Okay, he take the arrow upward and drive it from O gaseous to O minus 2. So that would be the sum of first and second electron affinity. Okay, but here for the first time I'm going to write this thing here. Okay. Anyways, these both things, if you look, they have changed into gaseous ions now. Again, listen, my dear. It looks like very complex, but it's not complex. The compound, its element, that is formation. Now both elements change them into gaseous ion. First of all, we take one element, magnesium. First of all, its atomization, then its first and second ionization energy. Then the second element, its atomization, then its first and second electron affinity. So these things, they are changed into gaseous ion. Now these gaseous ion, my dear, when they attract each other, they are going to form this ionic compound, and this whole thing that is called as the lattice symbol. This is the lattice symbol. Did you get it? So this whole cycle that has been formed. Now, very important thing which you people have to listen very carefully. Just listen. Everybody just listen. This is the cycle. From where this cycle has started. You got this arrow. This is the tail of arrow and this is the head of arrow. You have to find a place in the whole cycle where only tails are present. Only tails. If I look at this place, this one got head and tail. No. If I take this place, head and tail. No. If I took this place, both of them, they are the tails. So it means this is, my dear, the starting point. This is the start point. Okay. And the end point is where all the heads are present. So head and head. This is the end point. End point.
सर ये इस पूरे डायग्राम के अंदर एक ही बना हुआ है टेल की लोअर है।
जी. Okay, my dear. Now, what you are supposed to do? Can I have this one? First known habit cycle.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what you are supposed to do? This cycle is going to start from here to here. So this is enthalpy change of formation. Okay, that is equal to this whole thing. Okay, so this whole thing is atomization of magnesium. Then first plus second ionization energies. Then atomization of oxygen. Then first plus second electron affinity and then lattice energy. Okay, so you are being given the values of all these things. All these things values are given. You are supposed to calculate the lattice energy, and in some questions he gives you the lattice energy value. He wants you to find out the formation. Okay, so you can calculate it in any way. So this is the equation. Put all the values in that equation. The values are given. You should write the values up here. Okay, write the values up here. You can calculate the lattice energy. Did you get it?
Yes.
Now, my dear, if you are supposed to copy it fastly, and I'm going to share a screen with you people after that. Fatma, did you get it, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yahya,
Yes, sir.
Yahya, ये तुमने पहले दिन से ही चीजें प्रिपेयर करनी शुरू कर देनी है, मैं पहले बता दूं।
जी sir.
Otherwise, I'm going to call your mom. You know that better than me. Hurry up, guys. Fatma and Yahya, have been made the A2 group for you? A2 का ग्रुप उन्होंने बनाया है WhatsApp पे?
नहीं sir.
बेटा आप उनको
No, sir.
बेटा just say to them make the group of the A2 chemistry, okay? Because I have to send the worksheets for you up there, okay? So please do say them. आप भी इनको कहिएगा WhatsApp का ग्रुप और तुम भी ऐड करवा देना। अब तुम मुझे मैसेज कर देना अगर मैं भेज दूंगा, ठीक है? या ऐड करवा देना तुम। जी बेटा कॉपी करनी है सबने? Everyone has done it. Now everybody please come forward. I'm going to share a screen with you people up here. शेयर लेके आगे आ जाओ। आगे आ जाओ भी जैक आगे आगे आ जाओ। जय आगे आ जा बेटा, चीजें समझ नहीं लगनी, बाद में तू खपता रहेगा।
नहीं सर।
Okay, my dear students. So we are going to start with some of the questions. Okay. Okay, guys, this is the question. He wants you to find out calculate the standard enthalpy change of formation of radium sulfide. So delta H of formation you have to calculate it. Okay, ये आपने कैलकुलेट करनी है। ऊपर ये उसने इक्वेशन, ये आपको डाटा दिया हुआ है और ये आपको they have given you the value of the lattice energy up here -2612. Okay, so the lattice energy values is given in the question. Okay, now use this data, you have to calculate the enthalpy change of formation. So I want you people giving you 3 minutes. Everybody should try for it, and I am 90% sure most of you people would not be able to do that question, but I want you to do it. Just giving you 3 minutes. Your time starts now. 3 minutes. जी, रेडियम सल्फाइड RAS, रेडियम ग्रुप 2 का होता है, उसके ऊपर +2 चार्ज होता है। सल्फर ग्रुप 6 का होता है, -2 चार्ज होता है। वो लिखा क्यों है ऊपर? Okay. Anyone who can do it? Just write down the value of the lattice enthalpy -2612. Just write it aside. I'm going to do the question for you now. Okay, everybody just look up here and you should focus up here. Okay, first of all, my dear students, you should write RAS. This is the ionic compound, this is the solid at the bottom. You should make the formation of it. Its formation, that is radium, which is solid, and you got the sulfur. Sulfur exists in S8 form. Okay, but here we got only one sulfur. If you look up here, we got only one sulfur. So what should we do? We should write 1/8 up here. Okay, so this is the solid form as well. Okay, so this is the formation. So formation we have to calculate. So we have to calculate it. Is it clear up till here?
Yeah.
Online students, Yanya and Fatma Beta, did you get it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now you know that we have to change this element first of all into gaseous ion. So if you look, my dear students, this whole equation, this is going to change from radium solid to radium plus to gaseous form. So it means this whole equation is the sum of atomization first and second ionization energy. Okay, so you should write directly Ra plus 2 gaseous form and write 1/8 S8 as it is. Okay, and this enthalpy change is the sum of atomization first and second ionization. So you should write it up here plus 1619. Did you get it? Beta, online students, because these physical students, they can make their head in yes, but you people have to say me yes or no.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's fine. Okay, now if you look this S8, if you look this equation, my dear students, this sulfur changed into gaseous ion. So it means it's the sum of atomization, first and second electron affinity. Okay, so you should change it into Ra plus 2 as it is. Okay, and S minus 2. Okay, and this enthalpy change, my dear, that is plus 555. Now these things have changed into gaseous ion. Now these gaseous ion attract each other to form this ionic compound. So this is the lattice energy. The value of the lattice energy is given in the question. What was that? ऊपर लिखिए minus 2612. Okay. Now if you look up here, my dear students, this cycle is going to start at a place where all the tails are present. So this is tail, this is tail. So this is the starting point. And what is the end point? This is the end point. Okay. Now, delta H of formation, on one side, delta H of formation, you should write this one cycle. Now this whole thing, all these things. So put the values up here. This is plus 1619, then plus 555, then minus 2612. If you solve it up, you will get the answer delta H of formation.
करने
की जरूरत भी नहीं है क्योंकि आपके पास सल्फर का एटम ही एक है मेरे चांद। यहाँ तो 8 होते तो फिर 8 करते, वो तो तुम्हें उसके लिए चाहिए था वाइटमाइजेशन के लिए जो कल किया था। फातिमा यारिया बेटा प्लीज टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट, आप लोग भी स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो यार ताकि हाँ हाँ ये क्वेश्चंस भाई स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो। अच्छा आप अपनी मदद से फोन पकड़ लो क्योंकि स्क्रीनशॉट लेनी है, मैंने घर से करने के लिए क्वेश्चन देने हैं। मतलब चली गई है कि है?
सर ये स्टार्ट एट वन से हम वो ये जो मेन क्वेश्चन बनाना शुरू करते हैं।
जी फातिमा एंड याया बेटा, डू यू नो, डिड यू गेट इट हाउ टू डू दिस क्वेश्चन?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ओके माय डियर, एक मिनट यार, वो दूसरी बच्ची जरा गई है वो आ। जी उजैर साहब, मैं सही फरमा रहा था कि
हाँ
इट्स बेटर टू टेक,
सही बात है।
और तुम्हें पता है कि A1 का जो MCQs है उसमें ये बॉन हैबर्ट उस साइकिल को यूज करके कई क्वेश्चन उसने दिए हैं, वहां पे बताया नहीं होता A1 में। मैं तुम्हें क्वेश्चन दिखा सकता हूँ।
अच्छा आप शायद नोटिस करें।
कम ऑन हरियर बेटा, जस्ट टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट ऑफ इट, इसकी ले लो ताकि बाद में प्रैक्टिस करना आसान हो जाए। Okay guys, now I'm going to give you another question. It's a competition in between the guys physically present up here and the guys which are online present. Fatma and Yahya, it's your competition with the physical guys. So let's see who's the winner, who's going to do this question fastly. Okay, so let's do it, my dear. Now this is the question. You have to find out the enthalpy change of formation of calcium oxide. So this E part you have to solve it. Have a look up here. This is the question. Calculate the enthalpy change of formation of calcium oxide. So this is the question. Okay. Now data I'm going to open for you. So formation you have to calculate. The values are given up here. Okay. So you have to. I'm just going to write for you again. Delta H of formation you have to calculate. Now your time starts now. This is 951 and this is 1930. नजर आ रहा है कि इसको बड़ा कर दूं? 1933 तो दोबारा से बड़ा कर दूं। ये लो, अब नजर आ रहा है सबको? Okay, so you have to find out the delta H of formation. This is 951 and this is 1933. Come on, your time starts now.
सर ऑक्सीजन में क्या है कैलकुलेट लिखा हुआ है?
सर आपने यहीं से देखना, मैंने कुछ हर चीज लिखी है।
बता दें लिखा
क्या?
ये कैलकुलेट फॉर हाफ O2 वाली इक्वेशन के साथ में।
हाफ O2 वाली
जी सर।
प्लस 951 बता तो रहा हूं। और अगला जो है वो कैल्शियम वाली इक्वेशन का 1933।
ठीक।
Come on, come on. Online students and physical students, come on.
Sir, for the enthalpy change for calcium, is it 1933?
Yeah, 1933.
428।
428 एक बच्चे का 428 आ चुका है जी फिजिकल वाले का। वेरी गुड यार। 428 Zaid and Mariam. Okay guys, now we have to find out the formation. So what should we do? Have a look up there, calcium oxide solid. Okay, so from which element it is made up of? It is made up of calcium solid and oxygen O2 gaseous form. So here we got one oxygen, so here we write half O2. So this is the enthalpy change of formation, and you know that we have to calculate it. Is it clear? Now if you look up here, calcium solid change into calcium gaseous form. So it means this whole equation, that is the sum of atomization, first and second ionization energy. So it's 1933. So you should directly write it as calcium plus 2 gaseous form plus half O2 as it is, and this whole value, that is plus 1933. Okay, and just like that, if you see this equation is 1951. So this is very simple. So calcium plus 2 gaseous form, O minus 2 gaseous form. Okay, so this is plus 951. Okay, the lattice energy that is given in the question, where the lattice energy is given, minus 3517. I think you can do it now, is it? So this cycle is going to start from here and end up here. So this is the start point, this is the end point. So this cycle has got formation, which we have to calculate, and then plus 1933, then plus 951, and then minus 3517. So if you solve it up, you will get the answer. Everyone got it? Yes, Fatma? Fatma has written something?
Is the answer minus 633?
That's fine, fine. Very good. Okay, my dear. Just take the screenshots of these questions and you have to do it at your home. Okay? So I'm going to give you the question. Okay, use this data to find out the lattice energy. Take the screenshot of it. Take the screenshot of this question. Can I move to the next one? Okay, guys, do this one. You have to find out the value of W. नहीं घर से करने होमवर्क है. Okay, do this question, please. This one. Lattice energy find out करनी है. Okay, do this question. B part. This question is little bit hard, but I want you people to do it by yourself. Here, bromine Br2, that is normally liquid at room temperature. So first of all, you should change this bromine liquid to bromine Br2 gas. So for that, you need the enthalpy change of vaporization as well. Okay, so use your brain and do it. Okay, now do this question, please. This is the cycle, and what you are supposed to do, let me tell you. So this is the whole question, the next part of it. अच्छा नहीं 23 यहाँ पे फिजिकली
ये इसके कुछ होंगे उधर अदरवाइज होंगे 17-18 तो होंगे.
अच्छा
तो ये लगे वो इधर भी है
चलो okay guys, that's it for today. Everybody have a nice time, take care, Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, beta, you have to try for it. So this is your home task. A2 का भी कल टेस्ट जो है वो नहीं है क्योंकि ये 2 दिन पहले तो शुरू हुआ हमारा और तुम 2 दिन की रिकॉर्डिंग ले जाना उसको सुनना है तुमने ठीक है और उसके बाद ये क्वेश्चन जो मैंने दिए हैं ना इनके खपो कोई बात नहीं होंगे ना उसके बाद फिर मैं सुनिए फ्राइडे को कभी भी मुझे पता क्लास नहीं होती टेस्ट होता है क्योंकि वो ना मेरी आवाज में क्लियरली बच्चों को जाती है कि जो भी वो होती है